I want to say thank you to our development partners. This has been one of the series of meetings we have had recently to address several situations as have been outlined by my colleague, the PS National Treasury, and the chair of the development partners. The most important issue, as the chairperson has pointed out, was to exchange notes and update our development partners on our plans as government to ensure continuity and stability of our economy and our country as we move along even during this transition. We have shared with them the plans that the government has put in place, the workings of the government, and how we are preparing to support the IEBC to conduct the general elections. You've heard them express themselves. They are satisfied and happy with the discussions we've had. And on our part, we want to say how grateful we are as a government for the productive and very strong relations that we've had with our development partners. This framework of coordination and regular interaction with our development partner group has been one of the features of President Kenyatta's administration, maintaining an open, transparent, accountable engagement with our development partners. And we go to the table jointly with our colleagues from the private sector, because the Kenya Private Sector Alliance sits with us here. We have our own meetings with the Kenya Private Sector Alliance, which usually culminate in the presidential roundtable. And then jointly with the private sector, we meet with our development partners to discuss the development of our country and how we are planning to ensure that there is an effective, very successful transition, and that our country continues and remains stable as we go forward. So I am very grateful on behalf of my colleagues and on behalf of government for the solid relations that we have maintained with our partners, all of them. The head of the UN office in Nairobi has been with us this morning, the World Bank, and all our big development partners. We've had a very productive discussion. I will conclude my remarks by reiterating what we have said before. We are ready, prepared, and totally committed to supporting the IEBC to conduct the next general elections. We will do everything it will take and everything under the law to ensure that we fulfill our constitutional mandate and our obligations under the law, namely to ensure a peaceful, a stable country, a peaceful and effective transition. Our democracy has come of age. The people of Kenya want a peaceful election. They desire a peaceful transition of power, and they desire continuity so that we can have a stable country and a stable economy. We're facing development challenges which have nothing to do with necessarily us. Some of them are as a result of global events happening away from us. The conflict in Europe has occasioned pressures on economies across the world. Inflation rates have gone up in Europe, in the US, and all over. We are doing our best to ensure that we tame inflation so that we can tame the cost of living in the country. We know it's a challenge we are confronting. We are grateful that our partners understand and they are willing to work with us, because they too are facing similar challenges in their respective countries. And so we have shared ideas on how best we could mediate these challenges so that we can alleviate the suffering of our people and so that our country can move forward peacefully. So we are grateful and we want to thank our partners. I thank my colleagues from government who have been here, colleagues from the Office of the President's Delivery Unit, and the others who have been working on this, my colleague Ruth Kagia, and the team, my brother, PS Treasury and his team, for all the work that has happened here, and of course my cabinet colleagues who made it this morning. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Agree with the and then I am trying to propose that we do the ATPU office in Mombasa on Wednesday. Because Thursday is so Wednesday is another thing. If Wednesday doesn't work, then unless we push it to Monday, the